Okay, I am Rebecca Van Buren. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in the great state of Texas. I'm on the phone the other day and this guy says to me, I want to play golf. And I hear his wife yell in the background, what on else is there to do in Pecan Plantation? And I thought, I want to show you my camera so bad so you can see my camera roll of what there is to do in Pecan Plantation. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a video. So we're going to start with January of last year. So one of my favorite things to do, of course, if you've watched any of my videos, is take Bleu to the dog park. And here he is digging, which is one of his favorite things to do. In February, sometimes we get snow. It's not very often, but when we do, I've got to take my dog to the dog park and run him. He gets to meet with some of his friends. We've got all of the parks in Pecan that we have access to, and one of my favorites is going down to Sandy Beach. And when we're down there, we always like to go and try to hit the river. You can play in it, you can fish in it, and you can let your dog run in it. Sometimes in March, my friends will pick me up and we'll take our dogs to the dog park, and that's always a good time. One of my favorite things to do, of course, is to show property, and I get to work with some really awesome people and see some things in Pecan that I've never seen before, like this storm shelter. Looking back in April, we had a great opportunity to go up to the clubhouse and take prom pictures. And so we get to use our beautiful staircase and take some pictures for great memories. Or sometimes you're going to interrupt what you're doing and you're going to jump on the golf course and take your athlete out in her prom dress so she can do a little putting. And there it is, she made it. Pecan Plantation's Women's Club is one of my favorite activities to get involved in. We have monthly luncheons, and one of my favorite times is going to be the fashion show. And this particular fashion show, I got to be in the show with my mom, so that was super cool. And then we always get to try some of Jordan's amazing creations. So now we're into May at the club, and you can always expect Jordan's going to do something pretty fantastic. And our family loves to go up there and enjoy whatever it is that he's making. In May, we also have the street dances. Memorial Day street dance is super fun. We get to take the golf car up there and enjoy time with our friends, both young and old, making new friends and running into lifelong friends. And then, of course, we usually end up closing the place. Now it's June, back to the dog park where Bleu's with one of his friends, Max. PPOA board meetings are always entertaining, especially when deserving people like Marilyn get recognized for being an outstanding employee. I love driving through the neighborhood and seeing the mommy and baby deer. That never gets old, even after 21 years. Pickleball is all the jam, so we love to hit the courts. You got to make sure that you are participating and wearing the right gear, and you also have to have the right game face. July 4th is also a fantastic time in Pecan. We have the July 4th parade that we got to ride in this year. Super fun to drive through the neighborhood and see all of the homeowners and just see how excited people get to come down to July 4th at the club and enjoy the street dance. And then you always want to end up on the boat watching the amazing fireworks we have. I love the community gardens that I'm a member of. Here's just an example of the bounty that I was able to pick up: some okra, some tomatoes, and some peppers, which is just delicious. Also in July, we have the member guest golf tournament. This year, we had Le Freak come out and perform, so we were dressed up in our 70s outfit, and they did an amazing job. I even made a friend by the stage. It's August. We love to go to dinner at the club. This is my mom and me and my girls, and my favorite waiter, Scott, even made a suggestion about this wonderful cab that I really, really liked. Well, the last day in August, we ended up having to run Jessica up to the cardiologist, and just so happens to be my friend from the dog park. And I asked him if he'd bring his sweet dog Panda up there. She's a little Pomeranian, and he said, yeah. So she was the emotional support dog. We always have beautiful sunsets on Lake Granbury. October is garage sale time, and we usually have about 1 million people. I'm just kidding. We have a ton of people driving through Pecan. You can always look out your window and see them. Monthly, we've got bingo night at the club, and that's a fun time. That was a cool date night for me and my husband. And there was that day that we got 5 inches of rain and my wheelbarrow got full. Now it's November, it's cool outside, and it's time to put the heater back in the golf cart. Always something fun going on at the club. This particular night was Blues night. And man, we had a blast up there. I'm always looking at property, either to list it or because I've got a buyer interested. So you'll see me in homes all the time. Another December with ugly sweater night bingo at the club. We didn't win, but we sure did have on some ugly sweaters. Waiting around for our friends to show up at the dog park. We had that fantastic new menu at the pit. Jordan outdid himself. I had one of the bagel sandwiches and my husband enjoyed some of those chicken fried ribs. Another thing to do around Christmas time is look at the Christmas lights. The clubhouse is decorated. It's beautiful. The front and back circles always look amazing. And then seeing some of the decorations in people's yards, always fun. We ended off the year with New Year's Eve casino night at the club. We started the pre-party at our house and then ended up going up to casino night, where you've got Jordan, who thinks not only is he a chef, but he's also a poker dealer. And then we brought in the new year. It's good to have my girl in town from college. So that's just a real quick overview of some of the things that you can do in Pecan Plantation. So I hope that answers the question, what on earth is there to do in Pecan? Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Let's see what's coming up next.